Excellent.
What's up, everyone? All right, let's
Hello,
make
hello,
sure
hello.
this is working properly. Are you guys able to hear George, Braken, Borge?
Can you hear? Can you hear George? Can you hear Braken?
I almost called you Kraken in an email the other day.
Ooh, that sounds sick.
They actually okay, they can hear you.
Should I
Nice.
rebrand? Is Haywyre quiet? How about now? I just turned him up.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Oh wait, maybe this is that routing issue with my mic. No, you can hear me pretty
You
clear, right?
no you're yeah I can hear you fine. You were on like you were half volume on my stream on my like OBS thing, so
Oh,
you're good
gotcha.
now.
Sweet. How's it going, man?
Dude, good.
Release day, baby.
It's happened. Yeah, this is nuts. I'm yeah, it's like kind of shocking, to be honest.
We actually managed to do it. We talked about doing this for a hot minute.
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
let me
How
make
was
sorry, 1 sec. I'm just gonna make sure are our chats combined. Braken is a tiny bit quiet on this stream. I just want to get any troubleshooting out of the way real quick.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Let's see. How can I turn you up on my end?
Oh, yeah, I don't think our chats are combined. Stream chat. Let's see.
Yeah, that it might be something I need to do on my end. I feel like I remember yesterday something came up under the stream together.
Collaboration settings.
Stream together. Yeah, open this window back up. Start sharing chat. There we go. They should be shared now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, I think we lost. Something happened there. It's the boys. What's up, DJ Casmo? What's up, Orion? How's it going, Junie? What's up, Tomboy? It's good to see everyone. But yeah, I think the chats are merged now.
Okay.
Is there anything else? I feel like there were all these things that we wanted to make sure were working properly last time or yesterday. I feel like your camera is frozen for me.
Uh-oh.
Or very pixelated for some reason.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay. How about now?
I don't know. Does it look? Oh yeah, it is pixelated on stream for some reason too.
Great.
Bro went 8-bit.
Okay, that's fine. We have 24 minutes to fix this.
Yeah. Wait. So, is it not like that on your stream?
On my stream, it's fine.
That is very interesting.
Not super pixelated. If it's so, I did notice that I went on Wi-Fi here for a second. I don't know why that's happening, but
okay,
it should be fine now.
It's
still pixelated.
It is. I don't know why, but maybe we hang up the call and then I knock on your stream again and we just try to restart it.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Network issues detected. Yeah, let's try it.
Sorry, guys. We're still just kind of getting things ready here. So, okay, I'm going to click. Well, maybe I don't need to end the collaboration. Maybe I just exit out the window and then knock again. I'm going to try that.
Yeah, right.
Well, I don't know. It's probably not going to work. We'll give it a go. Actually, I think I do need to end it. Wait, so is my camera not showing up for you? Or wait, he's not even on the. Damn it. He can't even hear me anymore. Hold on.
I think I have to.
Yo, I'm gonna. Oh wait. Now it's okay. Now it's looking good all of a sudden. I don't know what happened, but
great. Awesome.
Okay. The other thing is somebody
Yeah.
was saying your audio was a little bit quiet. So I wonder how I
My
could.
audio's quiet.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about how I could turn you up on my end. Could you say something again briefly?
Check 1 2.
Okay,
1 2 3.
I'm just gonna turn this up a little bit here. Yeah. Okay, say something one more time.
Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, now our volumes should be pretty
Yo.
even. Looks good on this end.
Good?
Sweet. Yeah, I think we're good.
I'll be sure to yell sporadically throughout this breakdown, so
Please
it'll
don't.
make up for the low volume.
What's up, these Jedi's?
What's up, y'all?
Yeah.
New place looks clean.
I don't know if
Whose
they're
place? Yeah, whose place? Mine or Martin's?
probably yours because you moved pretty recently. Wait, how many months have you been there now?
A few months now. Like 3 months? 3 months?
Oh, nice. So what do we do now? We've got some time on our hands.
Yeah, we have. So guys, chat. Here is the plan for today. We have a front page spot booked for 7 p.m. So we're planning on doing a track breakdown. And by the way, here's the track. Here's all 230 tracks that make up this song. I think this is actually the biggest Ableton file that I've ever opened.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
for sure.
I mean, 200. Yeah, it's a lot of tracks.
230 tracks. My RAM was at 100% the entire time it was opening.
At 100%. That's awesome.
Yeah, and I think it's like it wants to use more. I think you have like 64 gigs of RAM, right?
I have quite a bit more now, actually.
Got a new follower.
Yo, thank you for
Oh right, yeah, you got a new desktop.
yeah.
Knoxville, thanks for the follow.
I got 96, bro. I'm cooking.
Oh my god, I need to upgrade my stuff. I got
Dude,
32.
It is. I'm telling you, it is wild being able to open up a project file like that on 64 buffer size, and like have relatively low latency. It's pretty insane. But
Yeah, I was getting my my keyboard set up in anticipation of this, and then I realized like midway through setting up,
like, oh, the
there's not a
latency.
chance in hell that I'm gonna be able to play anything.
yeah,
It's too much.
yeah. I still have the project file for that little social media clip that I threw up today going. So I have just like that
Nice.
that one main lead patch chilling on my keyboard over here. But
Hell yeah.
yeah, DJ Casma, thank you for the follow.
Oh, Kaz, what up?
Wait, is that Kaz as in?
That is Kaz.
Oh, I don't know why I didn't put 2 and 2 together.
I also didn't, and I had like a good like long conversation back and forth
what's
with
up, man?
Kaz until I realized who it was.
Yeah. So, should we just? I mean, I guess we're just gonna be chatting about random stuff for the next hour and a half.
Yeah. Well,
regardless. But
first of all, what do we have in here? We got. Yeah, it's always weird to just like wait until people pour in, but we have some people in chat. Normally on Mondays I'd be doing my like weekly like 2-hour song production challenge.
Oh, sorry. Go
What's
ahead.
going on?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I usually do these. I usually do like a production challenge every Monday. We have like a sample, or I feel like we used to do those before like the streaming, started. We actually had like a private Discord with like, it was like you, me, and a bunch of just like production homies. Tristram.
I love that.
I feature. Do you remember this? This was like a few years ago.
Yeah. No, that was awesome. I remember the ones that we did around 2021, 2022 the most. I don't know if that kind of kickstarted some of the ideas that we had for like hanging out in person to work on stuff together. Like, I don't know where. I mean, obviously we're friends and not just like musician homies. But we were primarily musician homies, first and foremost.
Yeah.
Like just like
Yeah, for a
fellow
while.
artists in the industry. And I don't know where that idea actually spawned from. I feel like we were just talking. We're like, yo, it's been a while since we've hung out. Let's make some plans.
Like when this song started, or just in general? Because like we've collabed on other stuff and we just never like finished it.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. Well, okay. So that was back in, I think the first idea we ever created together was back in 2016, right?
Oh my God! Yeah, let me hear that.
Yeah. Wait.
The original. Let me hear that.
I know. That's so crazy. We created this like weird triplet. I guess it was dubstep, right? Track. Like
Yeah.
is-
This was like neither of our styles at the time, or now even.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of a shame nothing ever happened with that, because there's something cool about it, but it just was so much more aggressive than any of the other music that I feel like I was releasing at the time. But I still liked it.
I wonder if I can find a clip of that. We have like we have a few clips loaded in here of just like old, basically how this song started. It was just like the early demos, and I was just talking with Martin about how it's like listening to them. It sounds like something is almost wrong. Like there's the it's like distorted, or there's just like artifacts,
Well,
or like
there's
something's
plenty
weird. But
wrong
I
with
think,
it for sure.
well, yeah, there's it's. I mean, they're whips. You know, they're demos, but uh, it's crazy to listen to them again, because they sound like, I don't remember them sounding that way. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to play a few early demos right now.
Yeah, why not? I'm kind of curious too, because I haven't heard these. I was pretty hung up on getting the track over to the finish line, and then once we actually had it like scheduled for release, I feel like it was nice to take some distance from it, because it was so overplayed in my mind. But yeah, let's hear him.
Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, well, yeah, I think
Check
so.
1 2.
I think so. I heard.
Okay.
I heard something
Nice.
for a second there.
Okay, all right. Every now and then, it's something weird happens, and it's like I lose connection.
Yeah, I don't know.
We good right now?
Are you still on Wi-Fi, by the way?
Dude, I'm not on Wi-Fi. It does switch to Wi-Fi randomly, and I have no idea what what to do about this. Maybe I'll just turn off my Wi-Fi and see if that works.
Good thing we have two streams. True.
What if I do this? Hold on, let's try this out.
Congrats on the release. Thanks, Benuke. Appreciate it. It's been a long day. Not like in a bad way, but I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a huge. I'm not crazy about the social media pipeline and like all the time and effort it takes to create things on there. Wait, did you? I think you froze again, George. Can you hear me? I think we lost George again. Huh. Why did you just like emerge from under your table?
Bro, yeah, I'm like fiddling with the Ethernet cable. I think we're good now. I'm just gonna start playing stuff.
Yeah, man, do it.
And hopefully it comes through.
Please do.
So this is a very early version of Reverie. Oh, wait a minute. Do you guys hear that?
I don't.
No, you don't. Hold on.
No.
This is routed to
the ADAT78, I think you said yesterday.
Yeah, but I want to route it to main. Let's see if that works. Oh God.
Watch us just spend the entire front page portion doing technical troubleshooting.
I know.
It was playing for a split second. Yeah, that's what I thought too.
It was? Okay. All right. Well, what about now?
Oh, that's right. Forgot about this version.
Does that work?
I could kind of hear it. Yeah, it's pretty quiet and mono. You could turn it up a little bit.
Okay.
I know it sounds like it's being played through speakers, but it's like it's being shared somehow through the stream together call we're on Twitch.
So, Kaz, are you on Haywyre's stream or are you on my stream?
I think you can see the icon actually next to their name. I just realized this. It says Kaz is on Haywyre's channel.
Where are you seeing that, by the way?
I'm not sure. It's in the shared chat option in the stream manager.
Okay, hold on.
We're so clueless, bro.
Channel. Streams creator dashboard.
I'm on Braken's got to farm that gold. Is that what your channel points are called?
No, dude, there's this thing, there's like stream avatars, which is like you have like if you're on my stream, you get a little avatar at the bottom and you can do like you can do a bunch of stuff with it's just like a cute little thing to have at the bottom of the stream.
Mm-hmm.
And people just you can also like do slots with it. You can like gamble and people just spend the entire time on stream gambling.
Gambling on what? What are you gambling on?
No, just gambling. They're like it's like virtual currency. It's not like it's not like you can't purchase it or anything. It's just like a purely just like in-game currency.
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, let's try. I'm gonna try playing this again. See how it sounds.
Do it up. Oh, yep. I remember this version. Oh, yeah, no more vocals.
Wow.
The vocals,
so different.
The vocals saying hold me. Oh god, what is this drop gonna sound like? I like a little bit more trappy almost.
Wow.
Yeah, the idea's there. By the way, you kind of got pixelated again for some reason on my end.
My camera? Oh my god. Well, all right. We're just gonna deal with pixelated.
I mean, it's not the end of the world, honestly.
Now.
We're just hanging and chatting, not really doing anything.
I did realize though that while I'm playing the song, I can't hear you at all.
Oh,
so
is it because I'm really quiet on?
No. I think it's just because like I don't have any like automatic ducking set up where if you were to talk, it would like it would sidechain it. It's just all like relative to the song, you're quiet, so I can't hear you at all.
Wild pixelated his videos. Yeah. Anyways, cool how much of the original idea was preserved. Yeah. Well, I think that is a version where you can really hear the similarities. I think we had some versions that were quite different. Like, do you remember when we were doing that vocal intro? Do you have that version sitting around at all?
So I think it's this one. Is it this? Does it sound like this? Wait.
What's up, Leave?
No, I think this is a similar one. This one had like post-drop vocals.
Oh yeah. Hey, don't be shaking your head like that.
Very raw vocals there.
I think there is a world in which we could have had vocals in the final. I think it was just too difficult for us, at least from my perspective.
Yeah.
I don't know how you felt about it, but like I think it was just an added layer of complexity that was hard to pull off in the end.
Totally. Yeah, we just didn't have enough time. I think it was. I remember when I was at your place, it was like I kind of got the vibe. Like I think it was apparent to both of us that like if we want to release the song this year, then it's like we got to forget about vocals because it takes so much. It's so much longer to like get the lyrics right and then get the vocals right. And I don't know about you, but like I wanted to do the vocals ourselves, and that would just make it significantly more um, time consuming.
Totally. Sorry,
Yeah.
I started bouncing your webcam around on my stream a bit there. It's kind of fun, dude.
Vocal VIP extended version someday. Yeah, maybe. Who did the vocals? I think this is my take. But Martin had a few takes as well.
I was just seeing what it looks
Maybe
like
not,
if it's smaller.
maybe not for that part. Are you just am I just tiny on your stream right now?
Well, I was trying to see if like it looks any better if I make it smaller, just because it is a bit pixelated. But, anyways, how long was this worked on as a whole? It's a good question. I mean, it took probably longer than it should have. Let's be real about that. But I could say that about just about any track I release. I feel like. What do you think?
Braken cam low quality? Yeah, I don't know, dude. It's not low quality in my stream. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna blame it on Twitch, but
as they're about to put us on whatever, what's it called?
Front page.
Start smack talking. But I would say well over 100 hours. I honestly don't know how to estimate something like that because it was done over 3 years. I feel like the initial track came together like pretty quickly, right? Like, what would you say like the general outline took us? It was like 15 hours, maybe 20 hours or something like that.
Yeah, so I think you came over. This track started when you came over in 2022, like late 2022, and I think we were like 60 or 70% of the way done by the time you left. It was like maybe, I don't know, like 20 hours, 20, 30 hours. And then we like reworked the song like 2 or 3 times and then just like stopped working on it, met up in LA and like just chopped it up and like did all sorts of stuff to it. And that was already like a year and a half in. And then earlier this year, we decided to meet up and finish it.
Yeah,
and that was good, dude. We were productive. Actually, I don't know if you remember this, but we were productive, but like, I was in Martin's studio for like 4 days, and I think we got 80% of the work done on the last day. Like it, or at least like we did work every day, but it really just came together like on the last day. That was like a huge amount of progress.
Yo, before
make redeem points reward with Braken cam.
Yo,
Yeah, what were you saying?
a quick question for you. For the width and height on the pixels of like my cam on your stream, I have 800, 600. Is that what you have yours at?
No, I have no, I don't. I'm just trying to fit you into the same like box that this like uh the section on the left is, but maybe I can like drag you out. Hold on.
Could you check what your width and height is, because I'm wondering if that maybe is affecting the quality of your. No, that can't be it, because it was fine before.
No, if anything, we're seeing less of you. We're seeing less of your room.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Well, it's not important, but anyways,
Chat is slightly over him. Yeah. Usually Haywyre's in the spot that I'm like, usually I have my piano cam set up, but seeing as I'm not going to be playing any piano today, that spot's taken by Martin.
damn right.
Okay, dude. What are we doing? You want to do a breakdown? Like, should we just start from the top?
Yeah, we could. I mean, I was gonna say we could have see if chat wants to ask anything or look at anything specific, but we could also just start breaking dance battle. Break it down.
Chat is slightly over him. Oh yeah, by the way, could have brought on Tristan for the Vox.
In theory,
I think we have joked about that. Not in the sense that like I think we both would have wanted that, but it was probably pretty unrealistic.
I think it could have happened. Maybe not for this song. It could happen for another track.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
okay.
Yeah. So just a heads up.
Hey, what were you saying?
I know you're about to dive into the project file, but just so you guys know, we weren't able to find like a great stable way to showcase Braken George's screen on my stream. So if you guys want to follow along for the track breakdown, I would recommend switching over to his stream for the time being, and then you'll be able to hear and see, more importantly, what we're doing.
And you'll be able to hear Martin as well.
Yeah, I'll still be there. Do not fret.
Okay.
My
yes,
children.
so I'm gonna start. I'm gonna play your children.
I don't know.
I'm gonna play chat. I call chat cringy chatters because they call me Unk. So I feel like that's the only appropriate designation. I don't know if you have like, you remember how like Justin Bieber had like had Beliebers.
Yeah,
I feel like
that.
there's like, do your fans have like Haywire-ites or something? Child of Wire. That's our official name, Cringelinks. That's right. 6-7. Yes. All right.
Oh shit. Yeah, this stream together thing isn't working too great.
Then take it.
Huh. Yeah, sorry guys. Hopefully everything's sounding okay on his stream. Yo. I forgot he can't hear me.
Dude, am I playing?
You're playing an old version.
I was playing the old version.
I was
all
like,
right, here it is. I was reading, it said drop, and I'm like, wait, am I missing a bunch of things? What's going on here? All right, here's the actual release. Let's try it again. Zoom Zap, thanks for the follow. All right, here we go.
It's my homie Ernie on the violin.
Where's the solo? There it is.
Follower. We got a new follower.
Yo, thank you for the followers. Nice.
Yeah, there it is. Dude, I'm like scrolling through, and I keep like losing where all of our stuff is because there's so many tracks.
Yeah.
230 tracks is like you don't need, by the way, if there's any aspiring producers in chat, you don't need 230 tracks for a song. I feel like you really don't. You need like a fourth. You could pull off like a pretty good song with 50 tracks.
You know what's funny about that is it's actually probably like uh, um more than that if you consider, for example, the fact that the drum racks have at least
Oh
like
my god.
20 samples playing,
Yeah,
and that's just in one track in Ableton. So
dude.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
totally.
I
Look
think
at
it
these
just
drum racks.
I think we were struggling to like understand what the song should be, and then as soon as we locked in, we're like, all right, no, this is what we're gonna do. Then it was pretty straightforward from there. But we had all these like residual little ideas and things that I think maybe we didn't want to remove. They felt like they already had a home and a place in the song. So but yeah, anyways, I know a lot of people
Yeah,
are saying happy
totally.
release day, and I appreciate it, y'all.
Yeah, thanks, y'all. I feel like the response in general from the community has been like pretty positive. I was talking to Martin about this earlier. Like, I have incredible amount of anxiety for for releases, probably because I do them so infrequently. But it's like, yeah, I feel like the community is like really responded positively to this, and it's been awesome to see. So um, yeah, all your support is really appreciated.
Yeah, now you just gotta. It'll be another 6 years for the next Breaking track.
Right. Well, last time it was 5 years. This time it was 6 years. So
Oh, so
next one has
that's
to be 7
7 years.
years. Yeah, six or seven.
Yeah, I was I went to the Monster Cat YouTube upload, and I told everyone that they should guilt trip you into releasing more often.
I saw that. Yeah, I really appreciate that. That's really
Yeah, I
cool of
know,
you.
because as somebody with anxiety, what you're looking for is someone to amplify that anxiety.
Right, right.
To
I want more pressure.
right?
Yeah, that always helps. I want to point out, by the way, like one of these, one of the funny things with this track was like we were working on this, kind of going back and forth for a while, and um, it was basically done, and then so the when we were in the same studio, it's much easier to work on because we're like in the same space physically, but um, when we leave, we live kind of like fairly far apart, so we have no choice but to send the track back and forth. And I remember like the last time I sent the track back to Martin, I was like, all right, cool, we're basically done. And then uh, you hit me up, Martin. You're like, hey, I paid a violin player to to play violin over the whole track, and added like all these violin riffs that um ended up being cut down dramatically, but a good chunk made their way into the track, which was, I think, what made its way in has been like pretty great. Those are right here, by the way.
Yeah,
These things.
yeah. That's my boy Ernie. Um, but it's funny because I remember sending it to you, and your reaction was kind of like, yeah, this is cool. Maybe we could just turn them down everywhere.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like,
Yeah, pretty
oh,
much.
and then you were like, yeah, I guess I could have mentioned I don't like the violins very much, and then it cracked me up, because I remember you telling me, and because we're giving each other notes with each version, and you were like, yeah, you could turn it down here and here and here, and I was like, oh, so wait a minute, like, so you want me to turn it down everywhere? But we found,
Yeah, so I didn't. So originally, just to clarify, I didn't know exactly where violins were. I just listened to the song and like made a list of moments. Like I like wrote out a list of like places where I was like, here, like turn down. I'm not happy about this. Maybe like the synth could be a little louder here. And basically, like I was like maybe a list of like 10, I don't know, 10 or 11 things, and uh I think 90% of them ended up being just like violin parts that I didn't even realize. I was like, oh, this synth is a little I feel like I can't hear it as well. And
well,
you were
that
like, oh yeah, there's a violin on top of that.
I don't know. I get kind of excited when adding more to a track. I feel like I can be like a maximalist in that sense. At least when when I compare it to how many other producers I've seen work, how they work. But I feel like we found the sweet spot once we uh, like were able to make sure that the tuning was kind of working a bit better, and once they were
Yeah.
being ring mod sidechained technically, right? Is that's what the compactor does.
That's really sick. So you could speak more about that because I have no idea how you ended up sidechaining them. I was gonna say that these are the violins by the that were like in the final version. Here they are. I think they work super well there and in the build
Nice.
too. Like
Thank you. Yeah.
so they're sidechained against the lead. It sounds like, and then the frequencies that the lead um is playing, those frequencies are being dipped. Is that accurate?
Um, I actually don't even have the technical terminology to describe what it does because like, normally if you were to use something like track spacer or plugins like that, I'd know that that's what's happening. And yeah, it is ducking,
Mm-hmm.
Kaz, but the way it's ducking, when I was watching the description for it, it's like a perfect sample to sample representation of the waveform. So it was less about like frequency content and I don't know. I'm the way that I've seen it work from using it kind of feels like it's a perfect representation of every frequency's amplitude at every point. If that makes sense. And then that being used to duck the sound. That's kind of how it seems to me. But either way, I'm probably butchering what it actually does, but that's at least how it seems to my ears.
Yeah, the developer of compactors, like they're listening to this and they're like, that's actually completely wrong. this is not.
But
This
dude,
isn't how it works at
but the
all.
fact that that plugin is free blows my mind because it's so useful. I can't stop using it in projects these days. So I'm really excited to like implement it all over the place. It's
Yeah, this
crazy.
is one of those. This is one of those plugins that I have installed and I didn't realize I have installed. I'm actually surprised to see this. I have the kilohertz like suite, so that makes sense. But this is my first time seeing this. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, no, it dropped I think like a couple months ago or something, and it was honestly perfect timing because um I mean, this is the exact kind of thing where uh, it actually, yeah, soothe. That's what I was going to try to compare it to a little bit where like,
Yeah.
you can use soothe to sidechain um a sound based on a signal's frequency and amplitude information.
Do we use Soothe anywhere here? I feel like
I don't know.
there's a few instances of Soothe.
But yeah, it is ring mod sidechain, from what I understand, but I just don't know what the hell that means because when I think of ring mod, I think of I don't know, an effect that I basically never use. But so I don't know how those are related, but there's some magic sauce there apparently.
Yeah, there's a lot of really cool ways to sidechain that I don't employ. I'm very like I feel like the two main ones that people use are, sidechain compression that you can use with just like a regular old compressor um and just like volume ducking. And I used to do sidechain compression and then which by the way, this song has employs sidechain compression. I've personally just moved on to Shaperbox, and
Really?
all my sidechain is now done via volume ducking. Yeah,
No way.
I think it's for me. It's just easier for me to like create the actual shape of the sidechain. Uh, it just feels like more intuitive and like easier, you know.
Mm.
But it's definitely one of those things that it's personal preference.
Hmm. Yeah. Um So in all of my template for new projects, I have traditional like compression side chaining, but then I also have like one really basic Pro MB for like let's say like things like vocals or sounds that are a bit more delicate, where like you really want to keep a lot of dynamics and you don't want to cut the entire thing from the mix 100%. That kind of stuff. I feel like I like using Pro MB for that, but the compactor, interestingly enough, I love using compactor for.
This is like an ad. This is an ad for Kilohertz plugins.
Listen, it's just sick, man. I mean, the fact that they released that for free just blows my mind. But
it is sick.
No way.
Should we talk some more about the track?
Braken has more than 1.6K viewers. It's a bug. Nah. He's a. We're on front page. I'm pretty sure.
Welcome Twitch.
Yeah, welcome we should have said something, but yeah, welcome everyone. Braken and I,
guys.
we released a new track today called Reverie on Monster Cat, and we're just kind of talking about the song and going through the project file. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, anything specific you want to take a look at, we have the project file open, or Braken does at least. So if you're in my stream, if you jump over to his instead, you'll be able to see the project file open right now. But yeah,
otherwise I'm just gonna like talk about some things that I found interesting while working on this, and obviously if you have any thoughts or things you want to input on, Martin, please do so. I wanted to start with the drop. So we had like so many versions of this drop in the sense that they all kind of sounded similar. They all sounded more or less like this. You can even hear like that sort of rhythm and like, you know, vibe, for lack of a better word, in the old demos. But we just, you know, over time we just kept adding more and more stuff, and eventually somehow we lost like a good chunk of the individual like MIDI, like you know, serum patches. From what I recall, it was all done in serum, but we lost a bunch of the serum patches and had to like kind of cobble together this Frankenstein of a um of a like group with all these like bounce samples and like MIDI, and eventually we had this, which we had to like, we bounced it to audio and then just literally like went in and duplicated. Do you remember this? Like we copied and pasted instead of, because before I could even drag this out. These are all, oh my god, wait, this is totally different. So these were like kind of individual hits that were slightly different. I think the rhythm here is a little different.
Well, the patches were like some of the wavetables were triggering at slightly different positions, and some of the effects would be slightly different. And I think that that's some of where the effect and the intensity from the drop comes from, that like sampled feel where like the exact same sound is happening multiple times in a row. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I haven't heard this in a while, but I'm curious what this pre-chopped up sounded like.
Not that different. It's not that different.
Oh wow, it's not that different. I mean, this part is definitely different right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have those like triplets.
Yeah, I like what we ended up with in the final though more.
Totally. Yeah. By the way, these, I don't know if you noticed, these have to be, from what I remember, these had to be, oh, it's not too bad. I remember having to reduce the volume on these like quite a bit, because for some reason the transients, or not the transient, but like the beginning part of each of these stabs just sounds louder. So if you just, you know, if we when we chop them up and place them next to each other, it was just like a brick wall of high frequencies. and we had to turn that down. Glad that it didn't affect the final mix though. It was nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What else do we have in here?
In the drop, I mean, I specifically remember creating. I think part of the reason that we decided to basically put all the bass sounds and even a lot of effects and stuff into that one audio track too is because it was just getting so frustrating to alter it. I mean, even I think for some reason even just grouping it all was too visually confusing. So it was just like, all right, whatever. Let's just render everything that isn't like drums into just this one giant audio file. And I think it actually helped us a lot getting the drop right.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was saying earlier, I'm surprised this is loaded. It feels like past a certain threshold, like tracks just don't load anymore. Not gonna lie, my phone's battery's at 6-7%. I'm glad I chose that comment to read out loud.
Yeah, what?
That's great. W ads. Yeah, do you guys have ads right now? I feel like there should be fewer ads, if any.
I think was there somebody earlier that had was interested. Oh yeah, somebody said I'd love to see how the lead sounds and basses are made. I'm sure you'll get to them. But I guess that's kind of like how some of the bass stuff came together. I mean, maybe if you wanted to dive deeper into any of the patches, we could. But yeah, I remember actually the patches on their own, I feel like do not sound very good. I was kind of impressed with how much better everything sounded when it was in one the giant audio singular audio file.
Yeah, one of the we can unfreeze some of these. A lot of these tracks are frozen, but this one right here, I think, yeah, we could probably unfreeze this and take a listen. This is the main bass patch, right? Sounds like it is.
Kinda, yeah.
This one is fairly straightforward, I think. Oh, it's an init patch.
Wait, what? That didn't load properly then.
No, it definitely didn't load properly.
Well,
so good to know for if we want to unfreeze other tracks. The answer is don't do it.
Right.
Okay, well, luckily we don't need it for the actual drop because that's bounced. But I think we can take a look at the leads.
Yeah, I think it was 3 main layers, right?
For the drop?
Yeah, I think there. Well, for the lead, there's 3 main layers, right? There's that.
Sorry, do you mean the drop lead or the lead that plays during the the build and the verse and stuff?
During the build. Yeah.
That one?
Yeah, I think that one has 3 main layers, right? The one at the top, I think, is the main one.
Yep. This is the one. This is like your riff lead, right? Do you want to talk a bit about how like you have like you generally have like a 1 or 2 tracks at the top of every file that you designate as like live tracks that you use to like jam over?
Yeah, it's not necessarily that interesting. It's more just helpful for me because I'm not trying to diminish you like giving me something to talk about there, but I like to perform my keys live, so it helps me when organizing files to always have anything that is, up front and can be actually performed on the keys at the very top of the project file. So like that lead that we're talking about right now, that's why it's all the way at the top, is so that, if I get ready to play a show or like create a little social media clip or something, then like I have that the most prominent lead ready to go. I don't have to go searching for
That's
it.
this one.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, by the way, I'm curious, what does it sound like without this lead now? That's crazy.
Yeah.
By the way, I feel like for the build, the thing that made the build was it this? No, we had like at one point we basically just took a bunch of the rhythms of the drop and just moved them to the build. I think it was like a was it a freeze track or maybe it was this thing? You know what I'm talking about? Oh, it's this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because without it, we had like no foreshadowing.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. Like, I don't even know how much foreshadowing it accomplishes. It might be something that you hear when you're paying close attention. I feel like the average listener probably doesn't notice it that much, but I like it a lot. I mean, whenever
Same, yeah.
whenever I do Feedback Fridays, I mention foreshadowing at least like 5 times per stream, because I'm always saying, like, you know, I mean, it's obviously a stylistic choice to also have something come out of the blue and just like happen, but I think it's cool to.
Do you do a lot of foreshadowing?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm so like I'm like familiar with the concept, obviously, but I just don't. I foreshadow so infrequently in my tunes.
I think it's like it creates like a cohesiveness, like from a world building perspective, and that's how I feel about it. At least it's kind of like leaving little breadcrumb trails that bring you to this idea. It feels like more cohesive.
Breadcrumb trails to the drop.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, totally. But without this, if we just mute this, it was besides this later, we had like one more somewhere here. So this it's so funny to like familiarize myself with all the things in this project file. Like this was the intro.
Yeah.
And it's being used in the build. Yeah, it's just being used in the build as like a riser here with shifter. It's really cool to
it's kind of insane. Like, sometimes I wonder whether things like that really even get noticed at all, like percentage wise, if you had to think of people that are that do experience or hear that. I bet it's a pretty low percentage. Even because
small, but
even I don't even remember those layers being there, and then we're just listening to it again isolated like that. I'm like, oh shit, that's part of the song. But
yeah. Well, I don't think I think there's very few people who Pudlo, thanks for the bits, dude. Might seem redundant, but your bid count Braken is at 1997. So that's at 2K. Thank you very much. I think like there are a few people that can pick that out and be like, that's a unique sound. But I think the addition of that is audible. Like if we take out that portion here, if we just mute this, so like if we play with it, and then I already can't hear it, but if we play without it, I mean, this one in particular is like pretty subtle.
Yeah.
This one's maybe adding some fullness to the mix, but the repetitive bits here, these are pretty massive. Like if you put those back in, and it sounds like we have like another lead of, this one right here.
Yeah. Lots of weird, like, comb filtery stuff going on.
Yeah. What are these, the downbeats here? Yeah. Dude, so janky by themselves.
Yeah. It really
works really well.
It's really incredible, like what you can, how simple sounds can just become so interesting just by like processing them in groups, and then but also B,
Mhm.
just by like just processing them a lot, just
Yeah,
endless processing.
totally. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look at this track. I don't know if you guys can see that on stream, but there's 3 dispersers, one after the other, followed
Is
by
that
a
even
compressor.
wait, did we even use that one though, or was that
I
oh
think
actually we
this
may
was,
have.
we may have used it and then bounced it
Yeah.
because let's see.
I don't think we used
I
that
don't
one.
think we used it. I don't think we used that. We might have used that though.
Yeah, yeah. Because I'm not gonna lie, there were a lot of
Uh,
sounds that we were making that I was like really not convinced by for the drop, and then it really started coming together. Specifically, I felt this way at least once we just like decided to commit it to one audio track, and we're like, all right, let's just get it here, and then from there, something
yeah.
about that group processing just like made it come to life. I don't know.
Yeah, totally. Do you guys, I feel like, are there producers in the chat? Like do you guys do a lot of um committing to audio? Cuz I personally am, I just don't do it, you know? Even though everyone who does it swears by it, I'm there's something about it, you know?
I I
I just
I
don't like it.
I don't like it either because I don't like it, but I do it anyways because I like to bother myself and put myself through pain. But on a more
Well, also
serious
for
note,
you it makes sense because you have like for you latency is really important. If you're playing,
true,
you know, if you're playing something live and if you have like a bunch of MIDI tracks, then it's gonna impact the latency.
totally, yeah. But I mean, beyond that too. I mean, sometimes. I mean, I think like from a production standpoint, I definitely consider I don't consider myself to be like cutting edge. Certainly not anymore now. Maybe not ever. But
Not
I
anymore now
think
this song is released.
yeah. No,
Now that
but
this is yeah, now
uh,
this is out,
no, but
we're chopped.
yeah, I'm supposed to be hyping us up here, but um where was I going with this? No, but I think that like for me sometimes it's easier when you have some more visual information in like in the waveform. It something changes about how you understand a sound because when you're looking at all these different plugins that are telling you all these different things about the information you're hearing, obviously the visual cues you're getting from your DAW influence your perception of a sound, and like there's no doubt about that. And like we try to get all these tools to help us to understand, um, what's going on with these sounds, and sometimes just boiling it down to a waveform, I find just really helpful personally. Um, but only at the end stages, right? Because then you're committed, right? You're like, okay, this is the sound. You can go back to old project files and cook like unearth those patches and stuff. But
Right.
but yeah, you got to be ready for that commitment. You're getting married, basically.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you get married to your sounds.
You're going up to
And
the
then there's
altar.
also there's a lot of like there's a lot of like what is it called?
I'd
Parasocial relationships that I feel like producers develop with their sounds. Like I personally find myself often attached to to like a sound or like a melody or something, and then I find like I'm at a place where the track will not progress unless I remove that melody, you know? Like
mm.
it's just it doesn't belong, and I'm just attached.
There's something I I've been hearing people
Fiona,
chat
thanks for the
about.
follow.
I've been hearing some people chat about this idea recently too, where like this maybe doesn't relate that much to our track specifically, but like I'm curious what you think about this. The whole idea that you don't desensitize yourself too quickly to a new idea that you're working on, right? Like don't listen to it like a bajillion times. But there's another angle to that which I think is kind of interesting, where it's like part of the reason that is because it becomes harder to hear the possibility for that to go a different direction. So the more you commit to a certain direction for a song, the harder it becomes to hear, that really cool riff in a new chord progression or with a different sound. And like you kind of like get locked into this one direction for that idea. And that can be
totally.
It can be like a trap almost, because it's like, well, what if that direction, what if you committed too hard to, the wrong direction, or whatever that might be.
This is the problem with like whips. There's like a lot of artists that have like demos that are leaked or like put out works in progresses, and then people are like, yes, finish this and release it, and then you're like, all right, cool, and then you finish it and release it, and people are like, which entails like more mixing, adding stuff, maybe removing certain things, but in general, like the track is the same track. It's just like polished, and people who've been listening to the demos just are used to the demos, and they're just like, this sucks, bring the demos better.
I mean, I've heard people call that like demo love, or maybe there's a better term for it, but I've run into issues like that all the time. It can be frustrating. It makes it I think I know where you stand on the spectrum of things in this regard, but like, some people can be really closely guarded with their ideas. They don't like to share things they're working on for that exact reason, because it's like, well, I don't want to feel like I'm letting people down by releasing a final version of something that they don't think lives up to the potential of the demo. And I think you're probably more on that end of the spectrum, right? Like, you don't want to share everything you're working on with other producers.
Yeah, so I definitely was, but then I, like, for those of you who don't keep up to date with my content on socials, I started posting some form of content basically daily, like half a year ago, and that was to like encourage myself to break out of that, exactly that mindset that you described, where
break
it's like,
into the mindset.
okay, right,
break into the sorry.
Nice. Hopefully my stream deck worked there and it wasn't just a bunch of silence.
It was silence for me. I was like, man, I just ruined his flow.
Silence for you? Oh,
yeah,
no.
I don't hear anything.
I have like a cheer button mapped to my stream deck. So like if someone does well in like a song challenge or makes a joke or something, I play that.
Nice.
That's hilarious that it was silent.
Well,
but
for me
anyway, yeah, I started doing the daily content stuff, and that's really helped like alleviate the pressure of like, okay, this needs to be perfect. I don't want to share anything with people. They might fall in love with it, and then they won't like the finished release, or they might hate it, and then I don't want to finish it. And now I'm just like, it doesn't matter. Let's just put, anything that I'm excited about, I'm gonna either finish it, or if I just want to share it, I'll just share it, and
yeah,
it's been cool to do.
Yeah. So there's another interesting thing I've been thinking about recently, and I know we're going on some philosophical music production tangents here, but I'm kind of curious to hear what you think about this. There's I was reading this book that was kind of like talking about some creative entrepreneurial stuff, and it's talking about this idea of prototyping, and how, let's say like you're starting up a business and you're trying to create a prototype of, a service or a product or something. You need like this minimum viable product, and like that's kind of what we're doing as artists a lot of the time, right? It's like we're trying to create like this minimum viable song. And it's interesting, the book was like talking about how it can be bad to overcommit to producing like this incredible prototype, that like you're putting too much time and money into a prototype when it should be like rough and ready. It could be like a pencil with some scotch tape taped to like, a motor or something, and like, whatever the I don't know what invention that's supposed to be, but you get my point.
Sounds like something good.
And it's interesting because like I wonder sometimes if I'm just curious if this is something you can relate to, because like sometimes I create sketches of songs and I'm like, oh, this is the song, and then I'm like, I have to. This is how I finish the song. Is like I take this and I bring it to the finish line. How can I keep adding to it instead of like being like, okay, this is one of the iterations of it. Maybe let me start from scratch, because like
Hmm.
Tristan works like that more than other people I know, and I think that's it's interesting. Like, what do you think about that whole idea? Pencil motor
I
tape.
have two thoughts there. I have two thoughts about the pencil and scotch tape idea. So the first of all, I would say that Tristram is, not to go on a tangent, but Tristram is very interesting in that he will, he'll create a song and then trash it and then just remake it like over and over again, more than what I think, people realize. And I think that's a good habit to get into. It's something that I've like talked about elsewhere on stream. Um, but as far as like the the don't make like a perfect demo. The thing is, dude, I feel like it's a balancing act, because if you make something that's like, if you have a really good idea, like for me, my ideas are usually like melody based. It's like a form of writing. Like I'm just like, okay, this is a cool chord progression. I like this melody. But if it's executed below a threshold of like believability, then when you show it to somebody, they like the melody might be good, but the execution isn't good enough to really drive like the vibe home, or the feeling. And so the listener might be like, "Oh yeah, it's like pretty good." And that like lackluster response would be enough to demotivate me from continuing it.
Right.
Where like if it was just a little more developed and conveyed the idea better, then they would be like, okay, yes, this is, I get it. This is great. Um, but so like I think it depends on like who you show it to. Like if you're like, I'm not going to be showing an idea to like, my grandma. Like I love my grandma, but I'm not going to be like, hey, look at this sick drop I made, and then expect her to be like, yeah, this is dope.
What if she loves it
She's
though?
not gonna.
Maybe you. Who knows?
I don't think there's a world where I believe that like she could say anything and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, 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 yeah.
You're
Okay.
just saying this because you
This
love
is
me.
yes,
Uh,
you're being very nice.
yeah. You know, it's interesting because yeah, everybody will, of course, everyone will see things through their particular perspective and their lens. And I remember, I feel like I mentioned this sometimes, but Mr. Bill and I have sent each other stuff for a long time now, like over 10 years, and crazy talented producer, extremely knowledgeable, and he is like, I feel like his minimum threshold for something that interests grabs his attention as a listener is very high on the scale of like complexity. And
Hmm.
I remember sending him stuff like 10 years ago when I was like, my productions were, well, no, 10 years ago. I mean, like maybe more like 12, 13 years ago. And I was still, um, you know, figuring a lot of stuff out. But I would send him stuff. And every time I sent him something, and he would say like, yeah, this is a great idea. I love this. But, add more fills. Like it's a little
Hmm.
bit like uh, lacking like rhythmically. And then eventually I learned that he's also a drummer, and I was like, oh, okay, that it all kind of made sense. And it's like, all right, so it's not just that my stuff isn't, it's not that my stuff isn't rhythmically interesting. It's just that his experience is so deep in that world that he can't help but to kind of judge it from that in that way. And I find
Yeah.
myself doing the same thing with like from a compositional standpoint when listening to music. That's why I have a bit of a harder time sometimes listening to like EDM for longer periods of time. I mean, there aren't many genres I don't love listening to, but
But
there's
EDM is one of them.
no, I love EDM. It's not something I would listen to for hours and hours on end necessarily. But yeah, anyways, you get my point. It's
EDM producer comes out about how much he hates EDM.
Oh my god. Stop
No,
trying
I get what you
to
mean.
throw me under the bus here.
No, it really it does depend like who you show it to. Like drummers are gonna listen, for drums. Like, um, jazz musicians are gonna flame you for using triads. Uh, and uh, uh, just like lack of polyrhythms. Um, yeah, I try to someone mentioned in chat like they just try to um like do a gut, just go with their gut basically, and I think that's
Yeah,
uh it's easier said than done, but it is probably the right way to do that.
for sure.
Braken, I hate old people and also EDM. That is not true. I didn't say that. That's false.
Your poor grandma. Do you never give your grandma your works in
I don't give
progress?
her any sneak peeks. No, I
Wow.
don't give either of them. I have two grandmas alive.
You got two
Very
grandmas
very
still.
fortunate.
That's awesome,
Yeah,
man.
and neither of them get break-in demos.
Oh.
So maybe I should start doing that. Start sending them
That's
some whips.
I am curious how my grandma would react if I were to do the same. Maybe we should do this and see where this goes.
Yeah, I have a feeling it'll go nowhere.
You never
I'll
know.
be like, I don't know how to use email.
Yeah.
All right. So, go ahead.
No, I was just reading Bleave's comment. Someone for mixing, someone for general vibe, someone for composition, like a council of experts on every aspect of human creation. Yeah,
it's a good way of doing it.
That's the ideal case scenario.
Do you guys have any questions about the track? About just production questions in general? I will say that we are also this might be a little early to announce, but we will be doing an AMA on Reddit on, I think is it on the Monster Cat channel or subreddit?
I think they want to see the master chain, George. It should be
the master chain.
It should be quite simple. I remember it was a BXXL, like a Pro Q and a Pro L2. Was there any multi-band on the master? I can't remember.
So this master is I don't know if this is the final one. It looks like it doesn't have a few things because it's all just EQs.
Yeah.
This is oh, maybe it's this. Okay, so we have BXL here, which I don't have.
Okay.
But that's pretty much it. Just a limiter.
Yep.
Some reverb for like occasional swells and that's it.
Yeah,
it's a fairly simple master. I mean, you guys are listening to it essentially with no master chain because this is the main mastering plugin and there's none of it here.
Well, but the BXXL primarily is just compressing the sides a bit, and outside of that, I think it's got like this mono maker feature in it that's nice, but totally, you can do that in pretty much any plugin. You can do it at Pro Q or whatever, but I use that on occasion too. But yeah, it's primarily just used for compressing the side signal a bit, and outside of that, I mean, Pro L is doing lots of magic. But I feel like the most of the mixing we did was in the tracks themselves in the project file. I feel like I don't know
totally
how you feel about it, but I think that I like to take the approach and the philosophy that, like, I like to basically just have limiting on the master, maybe some really subtle EQing, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I do the same. I don't have any EQing, but I have like a very low I have some like multi-band compression on the master and some limiting as well. But in general, yeah, I agree. It's like much better to just mix and forget about your master. Like I don't know if you've found this, but like in my experience, like mixing with the master on is good in that it shows you what you're missing, but ideally your master like shouldn't really change the tune. You know, like
Yeah.
if you turn on your master chain and you get way more highs, then you should just go back and introduce more highs. Do you use a similar master chain for most of your songs, or does it depend on what you're making? For me, it's pretty similar across the board. I don't know about you.
I feel like I try to start from scratch every time, but it tends to start. It honestly ends up being super similar, even though I do that. But I think like every track is different. So that's why, and I think like I'm not really some fantastic mixing and mastering engineer at all. Like I'm actually, I don't think I'm very good at all. But
I don't know. I feel like, well, I will say that like Haywyre drove the bus in regards to mixing this, and I think it's a really good mix.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I feel
Personally.
like it's
I feel like I've seen a lot of people message, comment about the clarity of this mix. The
hell yeah.
punchiness.
That's good to hear. But
But
damn
I
it,
suck.
I was flattered, and now I don't know what to say. But no, I was gonna say something about like the process of starting from scratch every time. I still end up using basically the same plugins anyways. It's like on Pro L2 and BXXL, but BXXL I find it's a very subtle thing. It's definitely not nothing is doing anything game changing. I like what you were saying about like, you don't want the master to be completely changing the character of your track. I totally agree with that philosophy. But anyways, I think there may be some other questions we kind of missed.
Yeah. Do you already have some kind of idea at the beginning, how the song should sound like, or did you come up with a sound during development? I think this was very much a song that just how do I put this? I wouldn't say it wrote itself. There was a lot of different versions. I don't think we had anything, like we did not know what we were doing in the beginning. We didn't have like a goal that we were trying to attain besides just like, let's make a really dope track. That was the goal. Is that how you're remembering it as well?
Yeah, no, I don't feel like we had anything specific in mind. And actually, you can kind of see by like the different sketches we created in that first trip in 2022, it was all over the place. Like we had, do you remember that like deep house idea we started? And then there's a couple of kind of future bassy sounding tracks, and there's probably other stuff that we don't even have like rendered out that we made. But I feel like.
Yeah, I'm trying to find them.
Dude,
now.
we were just
like here, I'm going through.
What was it? Maybe
going through all the files that we had for this.
Yeah,
we had so many different files.
Was it how long was I there for? Like 5-6 days or something like that?
Yeah, not longer than like 6 or 7 days.
Yeah, I feel like it was just a good time. We were just like eating lots of good food, hanging out in a dimly lit studio, experimenting with random sounds, and I feel like I was visiting George, and I don't think I really ended up seeing much of the city, but we did have that one night where you and your roommates made some really bomb food with some oysters, and dude,
that's right.
Those cannolis were so good. Damn.
Yeah, Mike's Pastries.
So good. Dude, my mouth started watering thinking about that pastry spot. So good.
Let's see some of these. Like, I'm gonna try to drag in some of the old files that we had.
Yeah.
We have Hold Me, Flat Need 5.
Flat. What is that
Let's
title?
see what it sounds like. This is like an early version.
Oh yeah.
Wow, so different. Oh my god.
I forgot about the vocals.
I don't know why the vocals stopped there, but let's see what else it sounds like.
follow my ambition. Without the truth, without the truth, my God.
Oh yeah, dude. Oh, it's so dry. Okay, do we have like a? Oh, we do have a utility here. I'm just gonna turn this off.
Yeah, the drop's pretty similar.
The drop is, yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, we had some. I mean, hey, you know, we could do like a vocal mix or like
A VIP or something.
I don't know, just like a, yeah, like a VIP. Yeah, a VIP. VIP could be cool.
Vip it up.
Like a bunch of vocals and you know, some changes here and there. Vocal VIP.
Dude, there was one version though that had this really sick like pitch monster vocal thing that happened purely by accident, where we're like editing some vocals in Pitch Monster, and it sounded so sick. And I think that's something that
was it like earlier than this?
I don't know. It was one of the much older versions. It's something from like 2023 or so, and there was something really cool happening in one of those versions, and I think we just never knew how to actually fit it into the song. But
I'm just gonna drag stuff in here and see if it's what you're remembering.
Yeah, there's some.
What are you saying?
No, sorry. Go ahead.
So different,
but still similar.
No patience, no hesitation, contempt.
We had a lot of like, I don't know if you want me to just play your vocals like this out.
It's whatever.
I think they sound good, but it's I know a lot of vocalists hate when people play like like, you know, not final takes essentially.
No, it's all good. Don't worry about it.
But yeah, these are fun to listen to. A lot of these are they're better than like this. This is like pretty bare bones.
You know what's crazy though?
I feel like these are.
Dude, I think that was the version though that I remember I'm pretty sure we both kept coming back to, and we're like, I see the potential. Like I see the.
Mm-hmm.
There's something there that I think kept us coming back to it, and we're like, no, we gotta. At some point, we really gotta finish this.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I want to hear what this drop sounds like.
Without the truth, we're unto a lie.
Oh yeah.
Without the truth, my colors move.
Oh.
By the way, that's where the name Reverie came from. I think that this was in one of the lyrics. The lyrics were like, "When I'm alone, reverie's drone." And yeah, I was like, you know, we have to keep this. Uh-oh. Something got disconnected on my computer. Is it my Wi-Fi?
I can hear you.
Okay, nice. Prod, thanks for the follow. By the way, guys, we're going to be doing an AMA on the Monster Cat subreddit on Tuesday or Wednesday. So just a heads up. If you're interested in asking us any more questions,
We got a new
I know we're
follower.
probably leaving the front page shortly.
Oh, thank you for the
You
follow.
can always do that. Oh my god.
What is the vocoder saying before the drop? Even if I never go, can you solo the entire drum bus? Actually, I'm kind of curious too.
Can I solo the drum bus? Yeah, totally.
Maybe in the drop or something.
Uh-oh.
Or can you?
Okay. All right, here we go. I love it when Windows Windows pop open when I didn't do anything. It's just like a nice little surprise to see what's on that window. Okay. The drums are all the way up here. I still have 70 tracks to go. Okay, there we go.
Oh, I'm just going to answer a couple questions, by the way. I saw somebody say a simple Guitar Serum lead, a preset, or custom. That one is custom. That's a lead I made on stream a while back. And then somebody asked about the... Well, actually, sorry. Yeah, let's focus on the drum thing first. I'm going all over the place.
The drums are this. These are the drums. So here, for the drop, the drums are here. Wait, is this really all the drums? Is this?
I believe so, yeah.
Oh yeah. Very simple. Post drop has some more complexity.
Which, by the way, I should take a quick moment to let people know that George and I created a little bit of a free sample pack based around Reverie that's going to be available for free download on my website. I have a little platform called Key Collection on my website, haywyremusic.com, and it's going to be available tomorrow for people to download for free. So some of the sounds that people are asking about are going to be in there if they want to take a closer look. I just figured I should mention that real quick.
Yeah, good call. There's like samples and presets as well.
Yeah, presets, samples. I tried to throw in that giant Ableton group that has the entire like drop stack with everything from the bass to like the mid-range stuff and the high end, including like that weird sample that we never understood how we made.
Right.
So
nice. Yeah, that's dope. Definitely snag that, guys.
For sure.
These are the post drop drums right here. Pretty just very clean. I think they do a good job of taking up the space they need to, and that's it. There's like no superfluous stuff going on. If we just mute the drums. Oh, okay, we have a hi-hat somewhere. Seth, thanks for the follow. Where's the hi-hat?
It might be routed differently inside. It might still be in the percussion or like drum layer, but routed outside of that.
Maybe main drums. Right here. Oh, we also have a noise layer down all the way at the bottom here. I wonder if this is... Yeah, this is just... It's so funny to listen to this by itself. It's actually providing like a nice... It's like this like sandy grit texture to it. Do you clip your individual drum tracks? I'm very bad at limiting my drums. I think it's probably a good idea. I guess it depends on like what kind of mix you're going for, what kind of music you're making. But yeah, what about you, Martin?
Not really, to be honest. But I can't say I've experimented with it. I should give it a try. See if it works with my my production style.
Are these drums not limited? Oh, I guess they're not.
There might be a glue compressor on there.
Oh, look at these these racks. This is something that you've always done that I admire, but can't bring myself to do, which is use drum racks and then process individual samples within the drum racks. Like this is I I'm so bad at doing that. I just toss everything on the like into individual tracks and then process those.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. To each their own. But I would like to give that a shot.
Yeah, clip my transients just to make sure my master limiter isn't getting overworked. Yeah, fair enough. Should make a key collection command. Oh, true. Yeah, if you have a do you have a key collection command?
It's a good question. I'm not 100% sure. But
Doing it out, nice, sick.
Oh, thanks, Art Nerd. I appreciate that.
Yeah, look at this. By the way, I want to draw attention to this. We have this like crazy lead right here. We have actually two leads, which if I remember correctly, this originally this track was like this portion of the track was like pretty bare bones. We didn't have that. We didn't even have those like those rhythmic melodic parts right here.
That's right, yeah.
From the drop. So this part was like very bare bones. It had nothing in it, and then you proposed this.
Yeah.
I think this worked super well here.
Oh, thank you.
And it's just like a loop. It just loops 3 times. And then we have this like crazy guitar riff that I think was this like first take?
I don't remember.
You remember?
I can't. I actually it could be because I remember hearing it back and thinking it was kind of sloppy, so it could have been a first take kind of thing, but I got Ernie to play that solo on violin as well. It's pretty subtle, but it's down there somewhere at the bottom of the project file.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, down here in the crypt. Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't hear it that much, so thankfully that mistake isn't that audible.
Yeah, in the mix, it's great. One of the interesting things about this section is this generally how we worked on this is like we're both pretty writing focused, and like we tend to we spend more time than maybe is necessary on like just coming up with new writing and just like new melodies, new harmonies, new chord progressions, whatever. And this part needed to be like filled out for a while, and I think we just had like just chords here, no bass. I think it just sounded like this. With like the drums and whatnot.
Yeah,
the bass?
Dude, I just have to chime in. The amount, because you were talking about how we're just constantly writing more and more stuff, like melodically and harmonically for this. We had so many melodies for this song. We literally, do you remember how for a long time, for literally years, we had 2 main melodies happening at the same time during the build? Remember? It was like, we both had a melody, and they were almost harmonizing, but not quite. And so I think that was a point of contention for us for some time, was just like, how do we boil down all this stuff, like compositional noise? Anyways, sorry.
Yeah. No, it sucks because they both worked individually, and then they kind of worked together, but like not well enough to just to like allow them to exist at the same time. But this part I was going to bring up, what I thought was interesting is like when we were building out this this portion of the track, we had this bass. Yeah, I think it was that one. And there's one of these layers has like a bowed which is an effect that I only started using this year, and
Oh
it
yeah.
has a just cranked fully to 100%.
Really?
And I think, yeah, dude, I think it's this one. No, this maybe this one. I wish we could open up
What
these serum patches, but
what does
if
Bode
these
do?
are the only two, dude, I have no idea. I think Bode smears the transients and like just s- it makes it super wide.
Huh.
No clue what it does. Does one
Interesting.
of you still remember what the very first recording of this song was in the project file?
Very first recording.
We might have it. We might have it in here. If we do date modified.
I thought it had something to do with frequency shifting to skew. Yeah.
Sounds correct. Very first recording. It's called Some BS. Oh wait, no, this was, dude, Some BS is a different collab. That's a collab
Wait.
from way long ago. Wow.
What was that one? Well, maybe we shouldn't.
So I don't have I don't have anything bounced from it, but
Oh.
yeah, that was a really old. I just have the project file in here.
Oh, huh.
Yeah, one of the oldest versions was the something 12.4 22. I think I have it in here actually already. Let me check.
I'm just gonna throw this out there real quick. I think we actually did just make the Reverie sample pack public on the Key Collection platform. So if some of you guys want to check that out, please feel free to do that. It's on the haywyremusic.com website. So yeah, there's some presets to play around with and a few sounds and some donation buttons if you feel inclined to support George and I. But just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
It's totally free.
It's totally free, but we will love you more, and we can continue this parasocial relationship that we've been cultivating over the last 10 years. So this is like one of the oldest versions right here. Dude, doesn't it sound like it's being warped? Or is it just me?
Well, it actually sounds really different on my end than it does for you because of the way the audio is routed at the moment. So it probably sounds better for you, honestly.
It's still it's not, it sounds better, but it sounds like something's warped here. So wide.
Even that one.
I missed that little. Where is it? That thing was sick.
Yeah, dude, I think is that chromophone, or no?
The little.
Yeah. Do you know? Did you add that, or is that?
Yeah, I added that. That was that's a Nexus patch.
Oh,
That's
okay.
it's like a I think it's a patch called Winnie Pooh reverse or something like that.
Huh.
Winnie Pooh velocity reverse.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of cool sounds in here that we just never ended up using.
Well, you know what that means? We got lots of leftover stuff to make other tracks with. Dude, I'm telling you, there is somewhere in one of the versions, there is this intro vocal that actually sounds really cool, and we should do something with that, unless it sounds too similar to Reverie. But
I'm super down. Let's see. What is making vocals?
Dangerous to open that up.
Yeah, that's dangerous. That looks like raw, unprocessed vocals. We're gonna
X out real quick. End the stream.
Yeah, we're gonna. Oh my god! So this has nothing to do really with the track, but I did at one point go off the rails with triplet drop. Do you remember this?
Oh, I do kind of remember that.
This was completely not needed. I think this is what this is. Let's take a listen.
That's sick though. Dude, that's
Yeah,
awesome
so
though. I remember loving that when you made that, but it is a little like,
it doesn't belong.
yeah, maybe it belongs somewhere else though. The siren.
Yeah, the siren. That siren, every time I hear that siren, I think of, Ultra 2015, is it? That, like, the Skrillex Ultra 2015 set?
Oh yeah, dude. Actually, there's the I do really like the like lo-fi almost like quality of that. Like
Yeah, I don't know why it's so lo-fi.
no, but I really like it. It sounds tight. It's cool.
Word.
If we don't do something with
Uh,
that, you should for sure do something with that because that was all you.
Word. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, it's a little out of my style at the moment, but who knows?
Yeah, I see the vision. I like triple
You're
stuff.
laughing. Braken just dropped the scrapped dubstep version of Reverie, and you're laughing.
Well,
I like to bully Braken. He pays me to do so. True. Is that a form of cucking? Or is that kind of like, is that production cucking?
production.
Production. Production. All right. What else do we have
I'm
in
going
here?
off the
We have
rails here.
leads. We have build tests. This is all part. This is what music production is like.
That's just keeping you humble. See,
Uh,
that's what I was thinking too, Carl.
just keeping me humble, bro. How much? I don't release.
Dude, I was having a lot of
How much
fun.
more humble can I get?
I was having a lot of fun like taking your screen and like acting like I'm holding it in my hand and like just like throwing it around. It's pretty cool.
On your stream,
Yeah.
I could see you doing it on as like a video.
But yeah, I
Over
wonder.
here, I'm doing. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, what's up?
I was gonna say garbage. If you have anything that's remotely worthwhile, please say it.
Okay. Well, I was just gonna do a final check in to see if there's anything, production wise, sound design wise, or actually like writing wise. I was gonna say one thing that I thought was kind of cool in this track, that we didn't have a chance to mention earlier. But when you were talking about the second drop, we switched up the arrangement where, in the first drop, there's kind of like the more heavy bass sound design in the first half, and the second half is kind of like a revisitation to the main melody in the track. But then the second drop, those two sections are inverted, which I thought was kind of cool, and it worked for some reason with our track. Yeah, it's just a random thing.
Are you talking about this? How this is? We have like this. Just kidding. We have this.
Yeah.
And this is like a post drop verse. Here.
Yeah, exactly. But it's kind of flip flopped for the second time around.
Yeah. I personally love this, like the grittiness, just like the extra bass here.
By the way, I think DZNS was asking about a bass fill at 1 minute 29 seconds.
Yeah, it doesn't sway. Oh, I'm familiar with sway. Let's
Oh, it doesn't sway.
But I am gonna start calling him DZNS now, though. I think that bass is unfortunately part of this. Wait, let's see.
Part of it.
Is it this? Is this what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Right, let's mute this.
There might be a specific layer in there.
It might, yeah, but it's if I start unmuting things, unfreezing things, then it's just gonna give me the init files. Off stream, I can take a look at this and we can maybe revisit it, but it's almost certainly, it's got to be one of these. Can you wait? Hold on. What did you say, Ghost? This is the equivalent of pinching someone's head when they are far away. Wait, this reversal, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. I've seen that trend before. I think
That's hilarious. I didn't even really consider it like a reversal. I was like, oh yeah, this just like fits. This just works in terms of like the progression of the song.
Totally. Yeah. I'm not sure because I guess in a way, maybe you could almost consider it. I kind of felt like it was a drop because of the fact that we're using drop drums. The frequency spectrum is very filled out. But you could still also consider it a build. You could consider anything, I guess. The track could be 6/8, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe the track is
that's the jazz pianist in you coming out right there. It's like some Jacob Collier commentary. Yeah, any note can work with any other chord in the on the piano.
Dude, there was a while where I was like kind of upset about the idea of genres, and I remember on Facebook I put my genre as jokingly I wrote post avant-garde, pre-futuristic jazz fusion, and when I went to play some shows in Asia with Zed at the time, somebody showed up with a totem pole with that written on it. It literally said
Nice.
it was so much text to fit on a totem pole. It said post avant-garde, pre-futuristic jazz. Well, it doesn't even make any sense, but
that is odd. Well, actually, like I was gonna say, if you did it, it's one of like it actually makes sense. Like it is accurate. But I feel like anytime someone says avant-garde, they're avant-garde. I wanna cringe. It's like calling yourself. It's like saying like I'm unique. You know.
yeah.
I make unique music. That's my genre.
Nobody
But
sounds
it
like
is-
me.
Right. Yeah. But it is a good description, I think.
Yeah.
Also, for the second drop, just want to point out we have this extra harmony layer here, right here. This thing.
Shit.
I think this worked pretty well here. Same thing with this. By itself, it is unbelievable how that sounds.
Huh.
In the mix, it sounds better. That is insane. And then this one.
Yeah. Pretty goofy sounding.
Goofy. Yeah, it's incredibly goofy.
That's my favorite
That's one of
sound
the
yet.
last elements added. Dude, look at all these harmonies too. Speaking of like just writing melodies over one another.
Dude, that
we
was
had like
that's one thing that you really sorry, not to interrupt you.
no, please.
I apologize and then I just keep interrupting you. Great manners. I was just going to say you inspired me a lot with your synth harmony layering because I don't know why I've often got caught up with the idea of like, you know, your lead melody being, I don't know, one layer, but it really, ever since I saw you do that, I've been doing that a lot more, like adding more harmonies or more stacks, like melody stacks.
You hear that, chat? You hear that?
Don't let it get
No,
to your
keep
head.
going. Yeah. Dude, no, that's awesome. I'm surprised to hear that too. I feel like I feel like I've seen you do a similar thing before, but I only do it because of necessity. I'm like, I have no idea how to make this like lead fuller, so I'm just gonna write more stuff underneath and just like layer more of like similar sounding melodies. I think that's what happened here. We had that, and then this was added. Same thing with this. This is another duplicate of this.
In a way, it reminds me of a really famous technique. I'm interrupting you again, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a list of times.
Do a little tally marker.
Yeah. Please interrupt.
Shit. Well, I'm always gonna say I'm sure you've heard of this vocal technique where when you're recording um a vocal line, you can kind of purposefully distort your voice in a bunch of different ways, like record one take like super nasally, and then one voice kind of
Mhm,
sounded like as if it was format shifted really low or something, and then
mhm.
you stack them all, and each individual take sounds pretty goofy, but then you add it all together and it kind of sounds like a choir, instead of just one person, and it has a very different quality and effect. And I feel like what we're doing with the synths is just kind of like a similar thing.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good point. There's also like, do you do this with your vocals? Like people, I feel like a lot of vocalists I know will do a vocal take and then they'll sing. They'll actually whisper the vocals
Mm-hmm.
on top, and then mix. So like, because the whispers have this effect of like, they're like they sound like they're really close to your ears, and when mixed properly, it just like kind of feels like the vocals are closer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally.
We also have this harmony layer. Wait,
What? What the hell? That's in the song?
yeah, you didn't know I snuck that in?
No. What is
Yeah,
that?
yeah, dude.
Where is that? Oh,
Yeah, listen to the sides.
it's mono for me.
Oh, right, you're in mono. Right.
Don't worry, it's all good though.
Well, it's in the finished version, so you can't do anything about it. But it is, yeah. So this I with let me just turn off the main lead. I think it'll be a little more apparent what's going on there.
Dude, that's crazy. I didn't really know you did that.
That's so funny. Okay, here. Is that? Can you hear that?
Hear the element in there?
Yeah.
Honestly, not that much. I was kind of just.
Okay, yeah. It is very wide.
Oh,
So
that's
if
probably
you can't
why.
hear it,
I was
then
kind of focusing
yeah,
on the lead there being omitted, so I was like playing that back in my
yeah,
head. Um,
yeah. It's super wide.
when did GQ get here? I don't know. GQ is in here.
GQ.
GQ's
Yeah, hey,
he's basically the reason that George and I are friends to begin with.
that is not true, but it's sort of true.
It's true
It's
in a
sort of
sense.
true. Well, when do we meet? We met. I think we met when Tristan and I visited the Monster Cat offices in like 2014 or something like that, or 2015,
Hmm.
and you were there, like doing some work for them or something. Do you remember this?
Well, I had technically gotten a visa to work at Monster Cat, but I was really like to intern there. But in reality, I was mostly just there to um make music, work on Haywyre stuff. But anyways, I mean the only reason I was at Monster Cat to begin with at that point is because John signed my music to Monster Cat, right? So that's what I was trying to
Yeah,
say. But
yeah. Shout out to GQ, to Going Quantum.
Senor
Um,
Juan.
Also, we had an interesting comment here that I wanted to address. Not a production
Mm,
question, but if either of you could share, I'd like to know how your input influenced the art and visuals that accompany the track.
mm,
First of all, the art was done by um, this guy named Alex. He has a firm. It's called Bloom, and um, he just killed the art. Like working with him, I don't know. I feel like I'm speaking for both of us here, but working with him was like awesome. Just a really great time.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very like open to feedback, very prompt, very professional. Like it was really sick.
He also
But in
brought
terms of like, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say he brought a lot of the creative vision for like the visual language around the release to life, because like what
Mhm.
George and I came to him with was like mood boards and the meaning for the song and the song itself, obviously. And then his the world building visually started for him by like working art characters into train stations and trains, and I kind of fell in love with it right off the bat because I have a really strong
Mhm.
memory of working on the song on the go. Like a lot of times when we were traveling, and I mean, me visiting you at your place, you visiting me here, and I mean, at one point as well when I was in Denver at Union Station, I remember getting off the train, pulling up our track, and working on it. So it felt like it. I don't know. It felt like a great way to just encompass a lot of the feelings and the emotions and the literal places where some of this was created to life. But yeah, he
Yeah,
crushed it.
it's also what I think was cool is that like neither one of us had like a very strong vision for the art in terms of like what direction to take it, and he was like, "Hey, send me the track, and I'll just create a like a mood board, like a vision board for it." And yeah, it was sick. He and the vision board was basically like, okay, the concept is going to be, like it's going to be uh, basically like two friends on a train, like going, I'm trying to remember like exactly what
The,
um
there was like a little
what the
bit of a metaphor at play
mood board
too, where
was.
like we're kind of just like on this ride together, being like Monster Cat kind of like facilitating like um the sharing of this thing we're creating, and there's kind of like a little bit of a metaphor between like the train and Monster Cat and like the track and stuff. But yeah, we're coming on to this experience together and getting off of it at some point. Uh, but yeah, I don't know. This is kind of a cool
Yeah, I think
way of
I
tying it
think
together.
totally. This was originally like the initial kind of um idea was like we had this um art as like a reference, and then a bunch of like um some of this looks like it might be AI, but it's hard to tell. But basically the whole point of this to like get a vibe going, and then from that actually create the art pieces. So um obviously no AI was used in the final product or anything like that. It was all Nova or Alex.
Yeah, and
But
I
yeah,
think I
yeah, he
think
did it. He did an awesome job.
and from there, I think as soon as he kind of laid that groundwork, it was fun to kind of like play around with that direction because I think he had already came up with the idea of having the a train station arrival departure sign, and then displaying the information of the track, which was a really cool idea. And then
Hmm.
uh, you know we we started talking about like how to hide little bits of information in some of the teasers and the art, like the backpacks having kind of like being part of that world, like traveling and going from one place to another. And then on the actual art itself having our stickers like on the side of the seats, as if we were like, I don't know, like tagging places with our logos while we're traveling and stuff. And it was fun to just kind of like experiment with it and like think about how to yeah make it feel more
Yeah,
uh immersive.
yeah. The environment building was like was really really good. I feel like every most of the things he suggested, I was just like, yes, just yes, put it in there.
Yeah, yeah, he crushed it.
I have a ton. By the way, we were talking about this before stream, but um, there's a ton of content that's yet to be made for Reverie. A lot of it being social media stuff, but there's like so much behind the scenes, just for like the art alone, that I'm planning on uh, doing some like just showcasing like some of the early versions of the artwork, like basically how the back and forth happened, and um, yeah, dude, some of the early models, for our characters were hilarious. Like soup, just so funny. It's like low poly and like hilarious renders.
Yeah, we we, uh we exchanged a lot of messages, not out of the lack of Alex's ability to like execute on the idea, but more so just because George and I were very particular, and
Hmm.
wanted a lot of things to be a certain way, look a certain way. So there was a lot of a lot, a lot of messaging going on.
Yeah, he added the little dude. That's right. Yeah, he added the little guy. That little guy. This is like an Easter egg, but that little guy is from my game that I'm working on, and which you can now wishlist on Steam.
Let's go. That's
Because
so awesome,
yeah,
man.
I got that. I got that up on Steam earlier this week.
Wait, can
But
I'm
that little guy
curious.
is directly from the game.
Can you tell? I want to know a little bit more about the game.
The game is in very early stages. It's a survivor like, so it's kind of like Vampire Survivors or Halls of Torment or Deep Rock Galactic Survivors, and it's like a reverse bullet hell. You just you walk around. It's like a roguelite. You walk around. There's waves of enemies. You kill them. You get um, XP. You level up. You get upgrades. You get better weapons, and then you keep doing that. The game is called, currently the working title is Echoes of Essence. Very inspired by Archvale graphically.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's just something that I've been working on the side
That's exciting, man.
besides music.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah,
nodding
it's
my
cool.
head this whole time as if I know any of the video game references you're mentioning, but
There's no way have you not played Vampire Survivors?
no.
Oh my god,
Wait, is that
dude.
that's a
Okay,
game, right?
so
Not a genre?
yeah, it's a game, but it's kind of like ushered in a genre of games called survivor likes.
Oh, I've definitely heard of Survivor likes,
Yeah,
but or no, actually no, I'm thinking of roguelike. I'm not really sure. Uh
have you played like Crab Champions?
I know of
The
Crab
the Noise
Champions.
Storm
I
game?
haven't played it though, but yeah, I've seen it for sure.
So the premise is like there's waves of enemies really, and you just destroy them. You get rewarded, and then
Mhm.
you become stronger, and the enemies become stronger. Then you eventually go to like to more and more difficult levels, um, and then there's like a meta progression where like you die, you come back, you bring like like gold or whatever you collected on your run, and you purchase like permanent upgrades that make you stronger for
Mm.
the next run, and then you continue.
Nice.
Think of Balatro, but with a character you can attack enemies with. That
Oh, wait,
is
that sounds
that's an
fire.
interesting.
What's up, K-Man?
That's a that's very interesting. Yeah,
I
what up,
love
K-Man?
Balatro, so um that sounds great.
Yeah, Neustrom has been going crazy with Crab Champions. Yeah, that dude really killed it with that game for sure.
That dude.
But yeah, yeah. What are you thinking? I feel like
I am thinking I'm excited to eat dinner, and I'm excited our track is out, and I don't know that I personally have too much more to add to talk about Reverie, but I don't know, man. I'm just like
yeah. Let's wrap this up.
it's just crazy to think about like how just the process from beginning to end, and it's really makes me really happy to have gotten this track out because there are many times where it felt like it wasn't actually going to happen.
Yeah, same. I that's a very good point. That's true. I kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, it was a lot
Thank
of
you.
work. Um,
Yeah, yeah, dude. This was great. Thanks for collabing on this.
yeah, dude.
It feels weird to this is again off topic, but like our relationship has always Martin and I's relationship has always been very uh we just kind of like poo poo each other, like in like a very loving way, but it feels weird to like give compliments back and forth.
Yeah, we're
you know?
our normal mode of communication is very sarcastic. What is it? Not what's the opposite of self-degrading? It's offensive,
So,
sarcastic language.
like,
But
yeah, degrading the other person.
yeah, not self-degrading, other degrading, but in a joking way. It's like we would take
Yeah,
advantage of every opportunity to roast the other person, essentially. So yeah, but it's like this is too wholesome of a moment to like not actually, you know, just yeah, be a little appreciative for once. But don't worry, I'm going back to
yeah,
normal tomorrow, dude. You'll get a
right,
call from me
yeah.
bright and early, 7 a.m.
It's just waking me up.
Yeah, with roast. I'm just gonna start roasting you bright and early.
I'm gonna be like, I don't know, I'll find your insecurities.
Yeah.
This makes it this I can't even well my go-to was like your mix is trash, but this mix isn't trash. I can't,
Eh. I was actually listening to
I'll find something.
well, yeah, anyways. But yeah, man, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out and talking with us and asking questions, and hopefully this was
Yeah.
insightful, entertaining, interesting, all the above.
Guys, who are we rating? Can we rate somebody or is that
Yeah,
not allowed?
your bass is thin. You know what they say about guys with thin
Yeah, guys,
bass.
thanks for joining. Yeah, my base is fine. My base is thinning. Like I have a full head of hair, but my base is thinning. I'm
Go,
molding.
you
My
got to
base is
go.
molding
You got to go to Turkey for that.
for thicker base. W release. Thanks for releasing track, guys. Yeah, thank you. I feel like you guys really killed it with the reception and yeah,
Oh,
this is
Tokyo
this is
Machine is
awesome.
live.
It's a great stream. Let's raid Tokyo Machine. Wait, do I not even have an option to raid? Manage goals, raid channel.
Oh, I don't know if mine is a separate one, but I mean, I think you have the viewers anyways at the moment, basically.
I do. Yes.
Yeah. Cool, man.
I do have it.
Well, thank you guys again. It was a pleasure working on a track together, George, and I'm glad it came out of Monster Cat. It's the right place for it to be.
Yes. Yeah, same. I'm very stoked. We're gonna raid Protostar, y'all. Let's all pile in here.
All right.
Okay, awesome. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right.